In iPhone 12 Pro Max, we've been able to create our best camera ever. We have a brand new telephoto camera with a 65mm focal length. Moving from a 52mm focal length to a 65mm allows for longer framing in the classic portrait style. With the new telephoto, you can now optically zoom in 2.5 times for even closer shots or tighter crops, which means improving to a 5x optical zoom range from the ultra-wide 13mm to the telephoto's 65mm. iPhone 12 Pro Max features an all-new massive wide camera with an f1.6 aperture, a new sensor, and new system for optical image stabilization, or OIS. Let me first tell you about the new sensor. It's 47% larger with 1.7 micron pixels, our largest yet. Larger pixels plus a faster aperture gives iPhone 12 Pro Max an incredible 87% improvement in low light, which is our biggest leap in light gathering capability. On top of that, we developed a completely new system for optical image stabilization that adopts a high-end DSLR approach called sensor shift. Sensor shift applies stabilization to the sensor instead of the heavier lens to precisely control motion in X and Y while maintaining sharpness. This cancels both low and high-frequency disturbances like hand movement or vibrations in a car. In addition, the OIS on all our wide cameras this year can now make 5,000 micro-adjustments per second, which is 5 times more than last year. Along with motion processing advancements, we get stabilized exposure times of up to 2 seconds in low light for handheld shots, equal to a full f-stop increase in light gathering. This sensor shift system is unique to Apple and helps people capture everyday situations with extraordinary images. And it delivers steady video with a truly cinematic feel. Now here's my colleague Alok to tell you more about another feature we created for our pro users.
These are amazing cameras for pros, and we want to give our pros even more control over the images they capture. Many pros love to capture in RAW, but they're missing the benefit of our sophisticated image fusion. So we'd like to show you a sneak peek of a new feature that combines the control of shooting in RAW with the power of our computational photography. And that's Apple Pro RAW. This will be an incredible feature for pros and will be available in the iPhone camera app on iPhone 12 Pro and 12 Pro Max later this year. It provides many of the benefits of our multi-frame image processing and computational photography, like deep fusion and smart HDR, and combines them with the depth and flexibility of a RAW format. In order to achieve this, we constructed a new pipeline that takes components of the processing we do in our CPU, GPU, ISP, and Neural Engine, and combines them into a new deep image file, computed at the time of capture without any shutter delay. And we do this for all 4 cameras, dynamically adapting for various scenes while maintaining our intuitive camera experience. Things like sharpening, white balance, and tone mapping become instructions rather than being baked into the photo, delivering full creative control over color, detail, and dynamic range. Here you can see a photo shot with Apple Pro RAW. Notice how it's taken full advantage of deep fusion to capture a wide range of light and shadow from multiple exposures. Because all the data is contained in Apple Pro RAW, this image can be processed in various ways while retaining the crisp, beautifully rendered detail. You can edit Apple Pro RAW directly in our Photos app and other professional photo editing apps. We're also creating an API for third-party apps to capture images in Apple Pro RAW. This is really the best of both worlds, the flexibility of RAW with the power of Apple's computational photography. And now, back to JAWS.